Good afternoon. This will be your period of instruction on Chapter 1, Objective 8. Name and identify the locations of the membranes associated with the thoracic and abdominopelvic cavities. Thoracic and abdominopelvic cavities are subsections of the ventral body cavity. The thoracic cavity is superior to the abdominopelvic cavity. The thoracic cavity is surrounded by the bone structure of the ribs and the muscles of the chest. The thoracic cavity is subdivided into lateral pleural cavities and the mediastinum. Each pleural cavity encompasses a lung. The pleural cavity contains a thin covering called the serosa, the serous membrane. The serosa is a double-layered membrane comprised of two parts, the parietal membrane, the visceral membrane. The parietal membrane lines the cavity walls. The visceral membrane covers the organs within the cavity. The serous membranes are separated by a thin layer of fluid called serous fluid. The serous fluid is secreted by both membranes and acts as a lubricant, allowing organs to slide within the cavity without friction. The serous membranes of the thoracic cavity are as follows. The visceral and parietal pleura encompass the lung. The visceral and parietal pericardium encompass the heart. The serous membranes of the abdominopelvic cavity are as follows. The visceral and parietal peritoneum. The peritoneum encompasses the majority of the organs within the abdomen, such as the stomach, the spleen, the liver, the ileum, the jejunum, the transverse colon, the appendix, the sigmoid colon, the first 5 centimeters of the duodenum, the upper third of the rectum, and the tail of the pancreas. This will conclude your period of instruction on Chapter 1, Objective 8. Name and identify the locations of the membranes associated with the thoracic and abdominopelvic cavities.